Hey, everybody. I was going through Canva the other day looking for templates and things, and I found this timeline, and I thought, I can probably recreate this in Canva. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So to start off, there's two columns, and then there's this dotted line going down the middle. So we're going to go to back end of our site. I've already got a row layout in here. I'm going to add another row layout inside there, and it's going to be two columns. And you can see that one side is just a bunch of Lorem Ipsum text. So I'm just going to grab that as a placeholder, and I'm going to put it into my advanced text box, paste it in there. I want it to be a paragraph. And I'm going to leave the size like that for now. One thing I want to do before I really get going here is I want to go to my outer row layout, and I think I'm going to call it align center, and I want to use the theme inner content width. Okay, and that's going to kind of bring everything together so it's not like going onto the each side of the page. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to add another row layout inside here with two columns. And the reason I'm doing that is because we've got a column here with an icon and a column here with some text. Okay, so I'm going to add an icon in that column. I'm going to make the icon, maybe I'll make it a, okay, it's kind of an arbitrary, and I'm going to bring down the line width to 1. Okay, and then on this side, I've got some advanced text, and I'm going to say O1, and it was goals, I believe. And that should be an H2. So I'm going to make that advanced text, and I'm going to make it an H2. All right, and now I'm going to push them over to the right so that they're up against this middle part. Okay. All right, so what have we got going on here? We're going to have a curved, oops, this radius curve on the outside. So we want to grab this whole section. You can see we've got the section, and we're going to put some background color in it. And I'll use my gold, maybe tone it down like that. And I'm going to add a border radius. And they give you some little clues here that you can see the little corner things in each side. So you know where you're, what corner you're working on. So top corner is going to be 100, and then that left corner is going to be 100. Okay, so now that's starting to look like what we've got on the other page. Now we need that dotted line going down the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a border on here. Style, border settings. And you want to unclick the link so that you can do just one side. So I'm going to use my navy. I'm going to make it 5 pixels. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to, there's a little border styles click in there. I'm going to make it dotted. Okay. Um, this text, I want it to kind of align in the middle like that. And that's looking pretty good right now. The only problem that's going to come up is there's a gap in between. There's a column gap. You see that there? So I am going to grab that whole row. I'm going to get rid of the column gutter and any row gutter that I might have. All right, now let's push these two together. We're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, we're going to save this. I'm going to come out here and refresh. And there we go. Okay, so we're on our way. Now you can see that because I did a center alignment on my row that it pushed this over. So I want to be sure I do the section. I'm going to do this alignment. And then I'm going to just make sure that this is aligned left. Sometimes you actually have to choose it, even though it looks like it's correct. Let's see if that fixed that. Okay, we're not going to worry about this right now. It's up against there. That's okay. All right, so now we're going to add another row layout. All right, so here's the row layout with the two columns. I want another one. So I'm going to add after. I'm not going to duplicate yet because we have to put the icon and the H2 on the other side because they alternate. So I'm going to do another row layout in here. And it's going to be two columns again. And this side is just going to be my advanced text. And it's going to be, just going to copy and paste this in and make it a paragraph. Okay, and I'm going to push it over. I'm going to line it over to the right. Okay, so it'll be up against the middle here. You can see that column gap in there. Let's get rid of that while we're here. Oh, and I want to vertically align it in the middle. And get rid of that column gutter. Here it is. Column gutter. We'll get rid of row gutter as well. Okay, and now on this side, we have a row layout with two columns. This one is going to have advanced text in it, and it's going to say O2. And I think they wrote industry. Oops. Industry. And that's going to be advanced text. And it's going to be an H2. All right. That's already lined up in the middle. We're going to add an icon over here. We're going to make that 80. So the 80. Yeah, there. Okay. And now we have to round the edges of this. So we're going to go to style. Let's give it a background color. See what we're doing. And down the opacity as well. And then we're going to do border radius. And the top right border is going to be rounded, and that bottom border is going to be rounded. Okay. Oh, and now we need our dotted line. Now I'm going to put the dotted line in this side so that it will line up, and you'll see what's going to happen here. I want to be out. I want to be in this section. I don't want to be where the text is. I want to be in the section that houses the text. All right. And we're going to come over to style and we're going to add a border. I'm going to unlink the border so we can put it on just one side. And it's going to go on this side. It's going to be my navy, 5 pixels, and it's going to be dotted. Okay. So you can see now that that's going to be too short. If you can see in there, that dotted area is too short. And I'll show you what happened here. Okay, and then we also have to pull these together. So the way that we can fix that is to make the columns the same size or make the column height the same. And if you go to advanced and then structure, inner column height 100%. You see how that just jumped up. I'm going to save that. I'm going to refresh this. there. You see how it's making the columns the same height. All right, so now we have that gap in the middle. That's padding. So I'm going to look for that padding. Now I just hovered over here and I found it right there. It says small and it's green. And then you can see it here. So we're just going to just grab this and pull it up. And the same thing here. We can get rid of it. And you can see it went away there. I'm going to go up on this one as well. Um, where is that padding? And then it's there. There it is. So I'm gonna grab that and pull that up. And I'm going to do the same at the top. Okay, and then I think I'm going to make that column height the same, 100%. Okay, so we'll save this. And then we'll go and look and see what we've done. And there we go. All right, they're lined up nicely. Now we have to push this text off the center. Okay, so we're just going to go to the text. All right, we're on the text here. You can see it in the outline. We're not in the section, we're in the text. And we're going to just add some padding to the left-hand side of that box, do 15. And then we're going to get this text box and we're going to add padding to the right-hand side, which is 15. And you can see that that pushed it off. Okay. And let's take a look. And that's much better. Now, what happened here? Well, this is not aligned properly. And it probably has something to do with the fact that I called that row to align center. So if I think I just click that, that's going to be enough to do it. Even though it had it in there, though it was showing, I hadn't chosen it. So let's see if that helps. All right, the word industry moved over. So the O2, click that and make sure you actually choose that align text. Okay. There it goes. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. This, we probably have to move this off that center line a little bit because that's when we added the padding on there. So I want to be in the H1, go to advanced. I mean, we added the border in this block, so that's why the text is up against it. So we're gonna do, I'll do 15. Yep, and we're gonna do it on the word goals as well because they're separate. 15. Okay. Save that. And we'll take another look. And that looks pretty good. It looks pretty much like what we were doing over here. Now, what's going to happen on mobile? Here's the problem. All right. If we simulate mobile here, you see how they're not lined up anymore. So what happened? All right. So the reason that did that was that when when you have columns on mobile, it looks like two columns, but when you put it on the mobile screen, they stack. All right, so we have to look at this as if it were on mobile. And I will show you, we go out to the row layout, each row layout. You can see here that they stacked. They're not next to each other anymore. So if we just click that layout, that fixes that problem. All right, now we have to do this one as well. I'm gonna grab the whole section down here. Not sure, I think I gotta go up to row layout. No, section. And there we are again with those stacking columns. And if we hit, see, we didn't have the whole row layout. It's because it's this one section, row layout. See how I'm moving up the outline over here. Okay, so we made a mistake there. We stacked those and we shouldn't have. Put that one back. Okay. Okay, so now what the issue is, this word industry is too large. Okay, and it's splitting. So if we go to, let's just click on it. We're still in mobile view. We want to also be in mobile editing. So you have to make sure that this little mobile symbol, the icon, is clicked. That means we're editing just on mobile. We don't want to edit the desktop version, just mobile. Okay, and we're going to bring this down. Let's try 15. That's kind of too small. Let's try 20. That's better. So if I click off it, you can see that the word industry is fitting in there now. And just because I want them to be the same, I'm going to make this one 20 as well. Okay. And so this, let's save this. Okay, and now we'll go back to desktop view. And you can see that everything is still, the fonts are still larger here. I didn't edit them. I didn't edit the desktop version. I edited the mobile version. Okay, so we'll come out here. We'll refresh. Okay, everything looks good. And then if we pull the screen in to simulate mobile, it looks good. Okay, everything looks good. All right, so now we want to add some more sections to our timeline. So what I'm going to do is, now that everything is all set for mobile, all our settings are correct, and it looks good, I'm going to take these two row layouts, and I'm just holding my shift key and I'm grabbing both of them. And if I'm going to do duplicate, and you see I get two more rows underneath, and then I'm going to do it again and duplicate. Okay, and now I can just go in and edit the text on this. So I have a nice timeline all made up, and now you've watched me build it, so you should be able to go in and change the background colors, change the fonts, and everything else is done. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this, and I am going to save this as a pattern, and I'm going to put it into my custom Kadence design library. So if you don't feel like building it, if you don't want to spend the time or the effort, you can get the pattern in my design library, and my design library is part of my monthly membership. So if you want to just go over to wpbasicsguide.com/join. You can join my membership. It's $9 a month, and you'll have access to this cool timeline, as well as a lot of other patterns that are in the Kadence design library. So hope I'll see you there. Thanks, bye.